Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my recent pickups from the House of Dua fragrances. So this is kind of like a little mini haul. I picked these all up within the last month or two, so it's just been a slow build. I have about 8 fragrances here with me, and I have options for men and women, which is going to be really awesome. And some, well, I think most if not all of these are all unisex. But yeah, we're gonna get into it right now. If you are a fan of my content or if you ever want to see my face again, please like and subscribe. And yeah, if you want to check me out on Instagram, I'll link that down below in the description box. But let's get into the video. So I'm gonna start with my first one that I picked up, and this one was one of the ones I was really excited to try out. I had been wanting to try this one out for a while, and that is Love Bound by Dua Fragrances. And this is their take on Kilian's Rolling in Love, the one that comes in the red bottle. And this is really beautiful. It's got almond milk, musk mallow, iris, and musk. And this is really nice. And when I first got this, it reminded me of something in my collection already, which was kind of weird. Not that they smell alike, but it was going down that same route. And that is Alien by Mugler, the one for women. So my girls out there, if you're into Alien by Mugler, this almost smells like it could somehow be a flanker to the Alien fragrance that revolved around the creamy almond milk. It's really interesting, and when I first smelled it, I was like, why do I feel like I know this? Granted, I've never actually smelled Rolling in Love by Kilian. That's one I really want to sample and might get a decant of soon, but this feels like it goes down the Alien route. And yeah, it's really nice. It's creamy. It's almondy, it's got some depth, it's definitely a musky scent. And every time I smell it, I keep thinking of Alien by Mugler. So girls out there, check this out if you're already a fan of that. This feels like it could be a flanker to it. My guys out there that aren't afraid of rocking something a little lighter, sweeter, not overtly feminine, but feminine leaning. And I think you would really enjoy this one as well. Love Bound by Dua Fragrances. The next one that I'm going to talk about is one that pulls a lot more feminine, and this one is Succulent by Dua Fragrances, and this is their take on Slumber House's Pear Plus Olive. And this is gorgeous. My girls out there, check this out for summer if you are a fan of pear. This is delicious. You have pear, chamomile, cognac, Agalaya Absolute. I'm not sure if I said that right or not. Mosiah bark, Bulgarian geranium, olive tincture, and how do you say it? Calamus? I think is how it's called, calamus. I don't know what that is, but something called calamus. This is beautiful though. If you have ever had a pear jelly belly, what are they called? Jelly beans? Yeah, jelly bean. I don't know why I blanked so hard for a second. I was like, what is that candy called? I don't even remember. If you've ever had a Jelly Belly jelly bean, particularly the pear flavored one, this smells exactly like what that tastes. This is so good. And the pear Jelly Belly is my favorite one, aside from the popcorn one. I love the pear ones. Like, I will fish them out of the bag and eat them. And this smells just like that. It smells like that candied pear fragrance. The pear is the star player in this one, and you get this beautiful olive note in the background that sort of gives it this like underlying almost dusty, or yeah, sort of like a dusty coconutty feeling. It's really interesting, and it smells so much like the way the pear Jelly Belly tastes. It's so yummy. It's like a pear candy. I absolutely love this. Does pull a lot more feminine, so my girls, I feel like if you're a fan of pear, safe blind buy right here. Succulent from Dua Fragrances. Really beautiful. Super excited for that one. To have something sweet, fun, and playful and flirty for summertime. The next one that I'm going to talk about is #Ego. And this is their take on Chanel Egoiste, the 1990 formulation. And this is really nice. You've got mandarin coriander, Damascus rose, Brazilian rosewood, sandalwood, mahogany, burnt, carnation, tobacco, clove, amber, leather, vetiver. No, not vetiver. Leather, vanilla, and amberette seed, and this smells so much like an herbal tea to me. It's classified more as a fougere scent, but this is really leaning like herbal tea to me for some reason. It smells like a spicy herbally tea that I've had somewhere in the past before, and I wish I could remember what it was called, but that's what this smells like. It's definitely got barbershop style feel vibes from it, while smelling like you're in a barbershop drinking some sort of like yummy herbal tea. It's really quite nice. I've never smelled the actual original formulation of Chanel Egoiste, but if it smelled anything like this, then it probably smelled amazing, because this is really, really good. If you're already a fan of fougere barbershop style scents, check this one out. It's a really cool take that kind of reminds me of drinking herbal tea at the same time while sitting in a barbershop. Definitely a cool scent, and I highly suggest checking this one out for my guys out there. Very masculine leaning. The next one that I'm going to talk about is probably my favorite one from their Poseidon's range, because they have a pretty big Poseidon range, and the Poseidon range revolves around the DNA of Creed's Aventus. And this is Poseidon's Jazz, and oh my god, you guys. It is the Aventus DNA combined with Maison Margiela's Jazz Club, and this is mind-blowing. It's probably right now my favorite from the Poseidon line, and there is quite a bit in the Poseidon line, and I have sampled quite a bit from it. I own quite a few of the different Poseidons myself. This one just took the cake. It is so sexy. It perfectly encompasses the Jazz Club vibe, but with the Aventus DNA, and oh my god, you guys. This is killer. This is like so good. I mean, like, look at this. Look at the dent on this thing. If that doesn't tell you that this is amazing juice, you guys, this is amazing juice. Legitimately my favorite from the Poseidon line: bergamot, blackcurrant, pineapple, apple, tobacco absolute, rum absolute, pink berries, birch, jasmine, patchouli, vanilla, oak moss, ambergris, and musk. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, this is it. I love this. You catch whiffs of this in the air, and it is so sexy. It's just, there's a sweetness that's in the Jazz Club like fragrance that pops up in this fragrance as well, just amping up the Aventus DNA, and it is so good. And that sweetness will come in and just hit you like a bomb, like just boom. Like, you'll smell Aventus and then just boom, this like sexy kind of woody like sweetness. It's so hard to explain, but so good. Check this one out, you guys. Poseidon's Jazz, officially my favorite from the Poseidon range. I think it's super highly underrated. I don't see too many people talk about that one, and I love that one. The next one I'm going to talk about is very feminine leaning. This is Lady Elixir, and this is Dua's take on Roja Parfum's what's it called? Their Elixir Parfum, I believe. This is really pretty. You've got notes of bergamot, rose de mai, jasmine, lily of the valley, heliotrope, ylang ylang, geranium, cashmere, cedar, vanilla, iris musk, sandalwood, and musk mallow. And this is really pretty. If you love soft, powdery, feminine scents that remind you of the color pink, then I definitely think that this is going to be a really good one. It has this like underlying vintagey feel, but it also feels very modern at the same time. It's a little sour, a little tart. It's sweet also. You definitely pick up on like this really sort of fruity, kind of peachy vibe with some berries almost, and powder, just this soft kind of tart powder. It's really quite beautiful. It is probably not going to be for everyone out there. If you're not a fan of slightly powdery, tart, a little sweet fragrances, then you might not enjoy this one. And this does have, like I said, a little bit of a vintagey feel, but in no means does it feel like dated or super vintagey. It just has like a slight vintaginess that's going on in here because of the powderiness from this fragrance. But definitely still a really cool option. I really did enjoy that one. But like I said, if you're not a fan of powder or like tart fragrances, I would kind of stay away from that one. The next one that I'm going to talk about is fire. This is straight up amazing. Like two amazing DNAs combined into one. This is from their concept line, so it's two really popular fragrances, and this is Judea Casino Royale. This is Herod from Parfums de Marly DNA, and Baccarat Rouge 540, the extracts DNA combined into one fragrance. This is sexy. Like, I have worn this to work 4 days in a row. I don't do that with fragrances. I never wear a fragrance for more than a day before I move on to another fragrance and then revisit it in a later time. This was a back to back to back to back. This is gonna be sexy on women. This is such a sexy scent on men. You get that tobacco right off the bat, and you get this cotton candy, sweet, salty note from the Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA that is so sexy. Like a tobacco-y cotton candy with some salt behind it. Like, this is so good. This is like amazing. I can't stop wearing this one. This is stellar. I just got it the other day, and it has a pretty seizable dent in it. But you guys, amazing. Pepperwood, cinnamon, tobacco, osmanthus, labdanum, incense, cedar, vetiver, vanilla, isoe super, patchouli, cyprol, grandiflorum, jasmine, saffron. Oh my gosh, that bitter almond too. Resins, musk, and ambergris, which is where that saltiness is coming from. This is nuclear. This is amazing. The longevity on this is insane. The way this smells is insane and just so good. I wore this to work, and one of the guys at work was like, "You smell like a bakery." And I was like, that's weird. This is like chock full of tobacco, but I could kind of see where he was like coming from. It's sweet. It's very like that feeling you get when you do walk into a bakery, that just sweets in the air. It smells like a sweetened tobacco, and it is just so good. Check this one out, you guys. You probably won't be disappointed if you're a fan of both of those DNAs. This is gonna be like mind-blowing to you. I'm a fan of both, and this one was definitely one that I really did enjoy. The next one that we're gonna talk about is their take on Le Male, the 1997 rendition of it, or formulation of it. And this is Do a Man. Really good. So sexy. I remember growing up and smelling this fragrance on my uncles and like people in my family, and this takes me back to that time. It is another fougere fragrance, but this is a more playful, sweet fougere. So good. It's got mint, bergamot, lavender, orange blossom, cumin, cinnamon, tonka, vanilla, cedarwood, and sandalwood. This is nostalgia in a bottle. This smells so good, so sexy. One of those easy grab and go scents. This is fresh out the shower. This is a man looking good, smelling good, feeling good. This is so many things. It smells like a man just got out of the shower, did his whole, 1, 2, 3, get up and go, shaved his face, put on some of his favorite musky cologne, his deodorant. He's looking good. He has his hair done. That's what this smells like. It smells so sexy, so playful, a little sweet, but with a fougere style vibe as well. So it's got like barbershop-esque qualities to it, and I really do like this one. It's amazing. I'm really glad I got my hands on that one. The last one that I'm going to talk about is one that I really did enjoy, and I think is going to be a really good option for summer in general. This one is called Dazed, and it is their take on Byredo's Sun-Dazed. This is really nice. You have lemon, mandarin, neroli, Chambec jasmine. You have a cotton candy note as well, and musk. This is a musky fragrance. I can see some people not liking this because of the neroli mixing with the lemon and mixing with that cotton candy accord. To some, there might be like, I feel like this slight like cleaner / like deodorant type thing going on. It's really hard to explain. I feel like this almost has like a cleaner vibe because of the neroli mixing in with something sweet. They're just two very contrasting like notes that sort of clash in this fragrance, but it kind of makes it interesting and unique. but I can see some people getting really turned off by that at the same time. Because I have to admit, when I first got this, I was kind of like I don't know how to feel. And the first day that I wore this, it kind of made me sick. But then again, I was like driving through the mountains and there was a lot of winding roads, and I always get sick when I go through like a windy road. But the fact that I could smell this sort of just like, because it was giving me this vibe that I couldn't really pinpoint down. But the more I've worn it, the more I've actually really enjoyed it. It's really, really beautiful. It's heavy on the neroli, so you have to be a fan of neroli to like this one. I feel like it also leans very unisex. A man could easily rock this. A woman could rock this if she really wanted. And it's really, really nice. It has that cotton candy note, like I said, that's pretty prominent. I feel like it's probably the most prominent next to the neroli, mixing in with that sort of lemon to amp up the citriness of the neroli. It's really, really good. Musky, a little sweet, very citrusy. A beautiful one for summer that's unique, different, and not your typical like freshie. But I really do enjoy it for what it is. It's unique. Is it my favorite? Probably not. But I think like 7 out of 8 is like dang amazing, because all of these are amazing in their own right. This was probably my least like, oh, this makes me like super excited one out of the bunch, but definitely a great little haul in the last couple months. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said before, if you want to see more of my face, please like and subscribe. If you want to connect with me and talk more fragrance, you can always reach me on my Instagram, and yeah, I'll have everything linked down below. Till next time, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.